The man stretched his head into the fridge, greedily stuffing crushed ice into his mouth. He looked extremely satisfied because he hadn't had a drink in 3 days. He was a burglar, but now he had been trapped in this mansion for 72 hours. If he didn't find a way out soon, he would either die of thirst or starvation. However, escaping wasn't easy. This mansion was on the 60th floor, and every window had soundproof, blast-proof glass. Apart from the locked front door, there was no other way out. Kenny felt around the door, discovering it was solid wood. He ran his fingers along every seam, looking for the weakest point. Then, he used a small knife to pry at it. If he could make a hole, he could open the door from the outside. Soon, Kenny managed to pry a hole, revealing the soft inner panels. His confidence soared, and he sped up. But as time passed, the broken air conditioning grew hotter. He began to sweat. The Botus water is also being lost. He was unbearably thirsty. He stopped prying at the door, and began searching for water. Since the alarm was triggered, the house had cut off the water. All faucets, including the toilet, were useless. He looked at the water in the toilet and hesitated. In the end, still can't drink the toilet water. He crawled to the plant area, grabbed the sprinkler pipe, but it was dry. Finally, Kenny turned to the living room's fish tank. He dipped his finger into the tank, then put it to his mouth. But the seawater was bitter and salty, and he spit it out. His already dry throat felt worse. Helpless, Kenny endured his thirst, and kept prying at the door. Suddenly, the knife tip was blocked. He was surprised, and quickly felt around. It didn't feel like wood. Kenny thought, this is bad. He tapped it with the knife, and realized a thick steel plate was embedded in the door. Without professional tools, it was impossible to open. Desperate, he collapsed onto the coffee table, trying to use the intercom to call his partner. But his partner had long given up on him. He shouted intermittently all night, but received no reply. Morning came, and Kenny picked up the mansion's phone to call the police, but there was no sound. He tried the computer, only to find it was just for show, and the internet wasn't connected. This mansion felt eerie, like a prison designed just for Kenny. Then, he noticed the ventilation duct in the ceiling. Kenny thought for a moment, and came up with a bold plan.